96.5 WKLH, Milwaukee's hometown rock. Craig Carson with Sandy Maxx.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famers from Rockford, Illinois, Cheap Trick, have released a new album called In Another World, and legendary guitarist and songwriter Rick Nielsen is on the phone.
Hey.
Where are you now, Rick?
I'm in beautiful Rockford, Illinois.
Yes! I got to live there for a cup of coffee because I worked at radio there. Actually, you guys showed up at a 50th anniversary birthday bash that our station was doing. You guys made a little appearance on stage at the Metro Center, and everybody went nuts. So that's what I remember from that.
Really?
And Craig, you were saying they didn't even play. They just walked on stage?
Yeah, you just walked on stage. You didn't even have to play. People were just happy that you showed up and said, hey, we're here celebrating with everybody.
Yeah, well, I think maybe people are really happy when we don't play.
No. I just think you had that kind of a stage presence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So congratulations. It's got to feel good to keep creating great music that is so well received.
Well, well received is great, and making music is fun too, and so, we're thrilled.
I was excited to hear your new album last night. Listen to most of it, In Another World. It's out already, and you haven't lost a step. Not that you need my approval, but between the guitars, between the vocals, and then the way it was put together.
Yeah, well, better not listen to tonight.
If I hear it again, I won't like it?
You liked it last night, so I don't want you to change your mind.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin it by listening to it twice.
Well, and the song selections, because I'm a Beatles fan and also a punk rock fan, so when you can combine both John Lennon and Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols, that's some magic there.
That's right.
Being off the road for so long, and now you're back on it, how does that feel right now?
Well, I forgot how to play.
Yeah.
One. Now I'm practicing if I weren't doing this phone call. No, I don't know. It's like it's been different for everybody, and I tell people it's an interesting time, but it's not a creative time or not an inspiring time. Put it that way.
No.
But I've kept busy, and it's like the things that we've written some more material. We've recorded some stuff, getting a song sequence and the album totally finished and out and doing interviews. It's actually been kind of interesting.
I was going to say, has it been a little different than your normal approach, I would think, with the pandemic process, like how you write and record and make this album happen?
In the past number of years, we recorded. When you make recordings, you don't have to have the whole band there. When we did the album, we were all there. Mm-hmm. But now sometimes I do tracks for people, and they send me. It's called a stem. They send a piece of the track, and they send it to me, and I'll play to it. And recently, I've done 3 tracks for Mark Lindsay, if you recall who that is.
Paul Revere and the Raiders, yeah.
Yeah. One day, about 6 months ago, I got a phone call. It's like, Rick, would you do a track for Mark Lindsay? I said, oh, Paul Revere? I said, God, I thought he was dead.
Oh,
wow.
No, he's not. But then we find out he got back to me and says, no, you're his favorite guitarist. Me? Out of all the people in the world, he picked me. I've still never met him, but I've done 3 tracks for him now.
Wow.
We've recorded for so many years now. It's like there's any number of combinations. We didn't know we were recording when we were live at Budokan, and we didn't see any microphones around. So it's like that was a different situation too.
The way technology is advanced, you guys are known for, and you've mentioned it, when you record something, you're like, you know what, we don't overthink it. We record it, and you know when to walk away from it. And
there you go.
It's right. Now, with everything that's available now, does it make it harder, to overthink it, to overwork a track? Because I would think that would be the temptation. This is just me from my little small audio production world. For me, it's hard to walk away from little nuggets of stuff. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same way with us. I mean, we never usually do more than 3 basic tracks going through a song. Mm-hmm. We don't do it 100,000 times. We're not like Fleetwood Mac. We spend a year doing one song. Until you go out and play some of these tracks live, I play every song that we've ever recorded a bit different. I'm not a studio session guy, so when we go out and play these songs, play them different.
Different every time.
There is no finished version. The finished version is the last thing we did.
Do you think that might be part of the reason for your longevity and why people keep coming to see you perform? Because it sounds like then it's never the same show twice.
Yeah, kind of. It's like our mistakes are real.
So you're a fan favorite and a crowd-pleasing entertainer, but like you just said, you've become a musician's musician, whether getting requested from Mark Lindsay. You've done work with Dave Grohl that's super cool. Are there other artists that you are proud of working with or that you'd like to work with in the future?
Well, it won't be in the future, but in the past I worked with John Lennon. Mm-hmm. And I worked with Kiss. I worked with Motley Crue. I worked with Hall & Oates.
And Rick, I don't ever want to get out of my depth in guitar talk with you because you're such a masterful player and a magnanimous collector, but I am very curious about some things, and I know our listeners are too. What guitar, or maybe a couple guitars right now in your collection, are the most irresistible to you to pick up and play, that are calling you most?
Collecting in the last couple of years, a thing called a Dwight Coronet. They were actually, Epiphone made them, but they were called Dwights because this one guy sold the most flying V's in 1959, of any other dealer in the world. So he got his own brand. Now I actually have 8 of them.
Wow.
And they're pretty rare because I think they only made 47 of the one. And I just got another one. I just got my 4th one of the 3 and 3. That means I got 3 strings on the left side and 3 strings on the right side of the headstock. And I got it from Paul Weller from the Jam. I knew he had the guitar, but he quit playing it. So I talked to the guys in his road crew, and so it took 4.5 years.
Wow!
To just get it now. So that's one.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
work for it.
Billy Gibbons gave me a guitar, and it doesn't say Gibson; it says Gibbons. Gibbons. So
in that same font, I love it.
Yeah.
And I love
Pretty
it, your
cool.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, that you wound up giving Steve Miller, godson of Les Paul, you gave him a cool Miller Time guitar. What brought that on?
Yeah, well, it was a Hamer guitar. They'd done for Miller Beer, and it's like I had it, and I never played it, and I've known Steve for a long time, rarely see each other. Saw him about 15 years ago, and I said, I got this guitar for you. And it's like I never thought about sending it to him because he was in Ketchum, Idaho, or where he lived or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I said, well, we're going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I brought it with me. He didn't know I was going to give it to him. I just, hey, Steve, get up here. And so he came up and he got the guitar. I said, okay, Steve, now get out of here.
What a nice surprise. What an additional gift for him on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question from some dear devoted fans, Andy and Tim. How did you come up with the checkerboard design as your thing, as your signature pattern?
Years ago, I used to watch, and it used to be on Sunday nights. The TV channels would all go off. It was way before cable and all that stuff. And Sundays, at 10 o'clock, the TV stations would close, and they'd have a logo of some jets going away or whatever it was. And I just liked it. I always thought that in the background, all that stuff it looked like bug races to me. All that, just the pattern of, we had the little round circles for the background, the pixels and the screens. But in Europe and in Japan, they were rectangles. And I just liked the black and the white. It's like appealed to me. And the fact that nobody was really using it except Indianapolis 500, that was about it. And then the Chicago police on their hats. I just liked it. And it's like, it just fit me because I thought, my world it's black and white. It's, it's yes and no, right and left. And, if you try to put in too many other elements into the stuff, it's like, now you got to explain stuff, and you're explaining things that you don't really know what the answer is anyhow.
It's a universal symbol. It's great.
And you beat Vans to the punch on the checkerboard, too.
Yeah, and I had so much stuff done like that. I had some of my fillings are checkerboard, too.
Well, Rick, thank you so much for calling us. Congratulations on the exciting new album, and we're going to light up the fire when you come to Mequon. We're going to see you July 10th at Gathering on the Green.
Sounds great to me. See you later.